Hello guys and welcome back. So unfortunately, due to some disconnect issues, we are going to have to pause the Firebat versus the Beach game again. We are going to instead move on ahead to the semifinals, so a little bit of a bracket change here and there. We have Xixo versus Tides, who beat Tides beat Hyped in the quarterfinals. So we're gonna see that match instead. And this is actually the semifinals, which is quite interesting because the winner will move on to the grand finals and secure at least $1,500 in the prize pool, and the loser will actually go in third/fourth place with a $500 prize.
Yeah, I mean, it's just having a lot of problems with the Firebat versus Fate series, a lot of DCs. So, we're not even sure what's going on. It seems like Firebat is getting DDoSed right now, like
Right.
anytime he starts. So, just gonna try to move on with the Xixo series versus Tidesoftime, and we'll have to make a decision what to do for that series
Right.
later.
So yeah, the Amaz are still deciding because I mean, losing the first game was kind of like usually if you DC you have to lose, right? Because I mean it's not your opponent's
Mhm.
fault if you DC, but at the same time, how that Hunter played out was kind of awkward because I mean sure Savage could have lived with the right amount of top decks or whatnot, right? But there's like every situation is different, so we'll have to see. So right now we will instead go ahead to see and look at Tides and Sixo's decks right here. We saw that Sixo was just so dominant in the group stages that you know
Yeah.
I think Tides is in for a battle here, really.
Six's pound deck in particular is done very very well. It was a smaller pound deck than we're used to seeing, with more of a lower curve and things like Cult Master, Argus, and Coghammer to snowball the smaller minions. So it's a little
Mhm.
bit more aggro than mid range pounds that we're used to seeing. But it's still a mid range deck. It's just faster than normal. Interesting to see how that game will work out. A lot of cool matchups here, and also Tides with the Echoes of Echo Mage. That deck has actually done super well so far. So,
Oh yeah, especially because people aren't really prepared for it. I mean, how do you
mhm.
play against deck? If you play against it, do you have to sub in like tech cards to beat it? But then you already submitted your decks, right? So it's definitely one of the more crazy styles of mage that we never seen before. And to be honest, do you really want to crew out that mage, right? You feel like, oh yeah, I can beat it. This should be fine.
Mhm.
But no, the mage has not lost yet, right? It's
Yeah,
been
it actually hasn't lost because Tides did lose the series, but he didn't play the Mage when he
exactly
lost. I don't
right.
think he got queued, but it just was never played. Like just played the other three decks, and no coup was ever used in that series. So Tides is actually not lost with this Mage yet. So,
Hmm.
well, looks like I'll be going into the game soon.
Yep, they're just gonna load up the game. We will have to kind of see what they pick first to kind of
Mhm.
talk about the bans and whatnot. Because with the coup system, it's not like the ban system, right? Where you just look at the whole matchup and go like, yeah, sure, I'll ban this or I'll ban that. With the coup system, you kind of look at what you choose first and then decide from there, right? And then you look at some matchups. It's actually pretty intricate, so that's definitely something.
Yeah, you can't really just go into the series with the predetermined plan of what to coup. I mean, you can, but that's kind of not the ideal situation. There's always a lot more room for like kind of like on the fly, or on the like put you on the spot thinking, where you just have to decide not at the beginning, but in the middle of the series. So
Hmm. And I guess we're just loading, and of course, admins right now are talking to deal with the DC situation there. So
mhm.
yeah, we'll have an update as soon as we reach a consensus there.
Yeah, well,
Man, I actually really hope that Sixto would bring Shaman instead because it's one of the decks that he actually won the qualifiers with. So
yeah,
yeah, I'm actually pretty sad that he didn't do it.
yeah, and 6-0 is opening with Warlock. I think 6-0's keep his Warlock secret the whole tournament, right? So now
Hmm.
the gig is up. We see it Zoo, but I don't think Tides of Time knows because it hasn't
I
been
don't think so.
shown.
Like, well, Sixto hasn't really played the Warlock deck just yet, right? But at the same time, It's Xixo. He got 3 legends with Zoo. So
Yeah.
I would expect it is Zoo, no matter what.
I think Tidesoftime does as well. Snake Trap here we see. Snake Trap is very Tidesoftime has a bad opening hand, but Snake Trap is pretty good against Zoo because Z mostly is targeting your minions and trying to maintain board control, so it's also annoying to get Snake Trapped.
So I think Tides right now thinks that Snake Trap will be a bit too obvious, right? Especially if you like, just drop it like that. You're just basically gonna pass your turn. So I do like the loot hoarder that's being dropped here instead.
Yeah, well, if Tidesoftime used Snake Trap, Xixo would have gone face to test the trap first and would have realized it's Snake Trap, and it would
Right, of
have
course. I mean,
not
you're
gone.
not really trading and just spawning 3/1/1s for your opponent, right?
Exactly.
Oh, Silverbat Patriarch, is that a good card?
No, it actually does tank this board, but ultimately
Right.
it's still not doing enough. Wow.
I mean, it's not that bad later on, right? It's kind of like Arcane Explosion plus Holy Light for 4 yourself, right? Kind of? Not really? I could kind of like hear that,
Tides is
but
going for the Animal Companion. I mean, there's so many ways where it can go wrong because of Darwolf Alpha or Argus, where they just trade better on your Silverback.
alright, so Xixo is going to drop the 2 drops instead. Implosion not really getting the full effect, so it's going to hold on to it. And we see Tides immediately reaches for the owl, doesn't want to deal with the egg.
Wow, Tides actually has Cult Master in this deck.
Oh, it's pretty good Snake Trap, I have to say.
Uh-huh. Oh, so maybe Tides of Time's Hunter is more based on it's like really like based on Snake Trap, right? Because you have Dark Cultist. I think he's using Knife Juggler and Unleash as well. So it's almost like this 1/1 engine kind of deck. A lot of ways to snowball 1/1s.
It's kind of reminds me of the Paladin deck, right? I mean, Snake Trap is your new muster for battle, and then you have Cult Master.
Yeah, exactly. And then like Knife Juggler as well. It's like also a combo.
Right. So Tides is going to play Silverback here and a loot hoarder. And oh, is this Power of Woman going to do some work? Not really.
Let's see what happens with this implosion here.
Oh my
4.
god! Dude! Implosion! This tournament Implosion has been so good. It's just a deal 4, spawn 4.
Every time I see
Wow.
Implosion being played, it seems like 4. It's like always 4 for some reason.
Wait,
I
is there
think
like a higher percentage to be 4?
I don't know. I don't think so, but I guess it's just like random stuff I've noticed, in my experience. But
Wait, because when it's 2 and 3, you go like, okay, whatever, right? And then your 4 is like, oh, the one you remember, so you go like, yep.
yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
Implosion doesn't actually have that big of a range. It's not like Crackle where it's like 25% to roll top. You have a fairly good chance of rolling 4. It's like 33%, so. And even
But
3
don't you
is
think,
not too bad.
I don't know, Implosion is so weird because when I first looked at the card, I go like, okay, isn't it better to like, if it's like inverse, you get what I mean? Like if it deals 4 damage, you spawn 2 imps. If it deals 2 damage, you spawn 4 imps. Wouldn't that be like a better card?
That's interesting.
You get what
Maybe,
I mean?
yeah, it's like it might be more balanced overall, right, with the effect,
Right?
but like I don't know. It's a weird discussion for sure, and
Yeah.
it's kind of weird the wording on the card, right? If you deal two, like how are you gonna
Right,
write
yeah,
the
yeah,
card?
yeah.
It's like,
It would be definitely kind of confusing to
uh,
read.
yeah, it's like deal
And I mean,
just spawn the inverse amount of imps.
I know. The other
You
thing is
know?
also kind of weird, right? Like, why did like the developers decide that 2 to 4 is the one we should make it, right? Wouldn't it just be better like 3 every single time?
I mean, some RNG is probably good. Just depends because there's a
Right.
lot of
Okay.
RNG decks.
There's
Oh,
2.
Crackle for 2.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
Smart
interesting.
for
Decides to
Xixo to
keep
just
the
take
egg.
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
decides to keep the egg instead.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's a bit better against Unleash, right? So.
Exactly. That's an amazing egg against Unleash the 1/3. It can absorb 3 hounds. And also it's a card that sticks around after Explosive Trap.
That's right. Now it's actually it's so weird. It's
Wow,
one
is that
damage off.
lethal?
It's 1 damage off.
Oh, 1 damage. Wow. That's not
Oh!
a good
If
one.
only he went for it. He would have drawn Doomguard and ended the game next turn.
Hmm.
He could have went for the. Oh no! Now he has the Doomguard here, and possibly discard both his Doomguard and his Powerful Warming. That way, oh,
Oh,
no. So
oh,
that's good.
keeps his second Doom Guard. That's very good. I'm sure Xixo's just gonna go face here and try to go for lethal next turn. I can't imagine
I mean,
trying to trade off with Doctor Boom.
no, no, you're not definitely not doing that. I mean, you're kind of treating Dr. Boone like a Sylvanas, where it's just board control for the next turn, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh wow,
So Tides of
Sylvanas as
Time
well.
needs
Besides,
to get something good. Maybe he's gonna Cult Master and see what happens. You know,
oh
you
yeah,
can at
I
least
think the
draw two
only way is
bombs.
to Cult Master into something like a freezing or something like that.
I don't know what could even happen here actually.
Well, it's not gonna happen if he's gonna use the bow. That's not gonna
Oh,
work.
okay, you can use Doctor Boom to remove Doom Guard and hopefully
Oh
get
yeah,
lucky
you're
in the
right.
spots. But there's no
Oh,
way because we know that there's a follow-up Doom Guard, so
but is there a 1 mana creature that actually deals with the Doomguard? A taunt, maybe?
I don't think so.
No. Alright, so there you go. Xixo is going to win the first game on the back of... Wow, that was a fat leper, no. on the back of two Doomguards, of course. Yeah, and Xixo must be pretty happy with himself. I think the turning point was the 4 damage on the implosion on the Silverback, because if the Snake Trap actually procced one turn ahead, it would have been so different.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright. Well, that's how you do it, I guess. Just use the zoo to win ladder, and just use the zoo to win this tournament. Hopefully,
Yeah, you
Tyson
just use
side.
Zoo to win everything.
That's what it says, right? I think that's the zoo model, right? Just use me and just win everything.
Yeah.
Tyson has to decide whether he wants to use the crew right now, or he wants to really just do the mage again. I mean, we saw that mage was actually stands a chance with zombie chow, especially.
Uh-huh. I think it stands a chance, but I don't know if it's actually favored. I would still say that Zoo's favored. We saw Hype's opening, which was super awkward, right? Where he lost his one drop and then he had two Dire Alfalfas and an Argus. I think that's the large reason why he got run over, you know, because his whole hand was like minions that rely on having other minions out, so.
Okay.
But we'll have to see. I don't think that Tides is gonna pick mage. We know Tides does have handlock, right? I wonder how handlock is against Zoo, because people used to think handlock's really good against Zoo, and then after the Nerubian eggs came out, that kind of changed it, where it's more weird because of the AOE. Now after GVG, you know, it changes it once again because now there's cards like NT Killbot as well. So, we'll have to see how Tides of Time thinks about that one, because you know, can also go for the handlock against Zoo as well.
Handlock against Zoo is like really, really good now too, right? Because implosion means that you kind of cut out on other things. And back before GVG, there was like it was next Rammus, and every single Death Rattle creature was in Zoo, and it feels like it's not a really good matchup, right? I mean, you feel like, oh yeah, Handlock beats Zoo, and it's all good, but it just doesn't make sense there.
Oh,
So
it looks like we just heard from the admins. The
right.
Sixo actually cooed, like the game actually started. We might have missed it, and Sixo cooed Tide's Warlock.
Right. So they
So
started it
yeah,
super fast, and yeah, I mean, that makes sense, right? Zoo is like pretty good against anything that's not a handlock,
yeah,
um, or a shaman, I guess. And nobody's running shamans really, so
yeah.
I think it's
So
pretty good.
actually, I'm actually predicting that Tides is gonna coup the Warlock now, because he doesn't have handlock, and I don't think. I mean, Zoo against Druid is not something you want to go against, right? Like that matchup is so hard for Druid. You just kind of get run over, and it's almost completely reliant on having the early, like, innervate keeper in some way, because if you don't have the early keeper, Zoo kind of runs you over a lot. So okay, so it looks like we're starting very soon, and we'll see if Tide decides to go a Druid or Mage. But I'm actually thinking it's going to be a coup. Oh,
Oh
interesting.
wow,
No coup, and just goes with the Druid with the
yeah.
slow opening.
And I mean, look at that, innovate and Shade is a really good opener. Is one of the openers to actually win the game.
I mean, I guess that's a fast opening, but his follow up is very slow because now you have a Black Knight and a Force of Nature. So yeah, it looks like Success decide what to do. I would assume that he's definitely playing the Flame Imp. His only like question here is whether he also coins out the Voidwalker or not, because the Voidwalker kind of just dies for free, but in some other ways it kind of forces him to unstealth. So it looks like he just decides to save the coin, and I think that's the correct decision.
Right. And it's also interesting that you are running Shattered Sun Cleric again, right? I mean, that card seems like it was in and out, and there's only 2 health. It's not that good.
Yeah.
But I think with the Shattered Sun Cleric, Tides actually has more targets to use the Keeper on too, when he draws it, I guess.
Yeah, I think a large reason why the Zoo list changed a lot was because of the nerf of Soulfire. Because it's really that Zoo has more slots to use now after the Soulfire got taken out of their decks. Oh, so there is a potential coin Shattered Sun, but there's probably no way that's happening. The Shattered Sun doesn't actually do anything here. A 4-3 here and a 3-2 is the same, right? It just trades off on the Panther, so looks like Xixo, maybe something like double Voidwalker.
Mm-hmm. And do you trade it for the 3-2?
I think so, because
should.
yeah, because the 3-2 is threatening your Voidwalkers, and this way, after the Shade kills one for free, you can abusive the other one, maybe kill it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, Tides is keeping his Shade hidden. I wonder if that's gonna, he's gonna get punished for that.
I guess you. I mean, you can't really get punished by that, right? I feel like it's like fine. Like that's really the only turn you're gonna do. Oh, he's gonna unstealth the Shade here.
Yeah, I mean he didn't take out a Voidwalker and allowed Xixo to play Defender of Argus on 2 targets. So in a way he was kind of punished by it, but he did grow his Shade as well. So.
Alright, so what do you do here? I mean, you could Shattered Sun, and actually trade for Dividing Teacher really, really well, but the Shade is still left alive on the board. And I mean, I'm looking at the Echoing Ooze and the Shattered Sun combo. That feels pretty good, right?
Yeah, it depends if you want to save it here. In my opinion, I think the best move is to Shattered Sun the Voidwalker and then abusive it as well.
Okay.
And then just leave up the Shade. Yeah, and kill the Divine Teacher for free.
That is actually a pretty good turn, yeah.
But he goes with the move that takes out the Shade. Oh, Black Knight on a 3/5 Voidwalker.
But that's one way to do it, That is one way to do it.
Wow, Xixo is not happy about that. It's like
no
one plays around Black Knight anymore. It's like it's so rare now. So. Has to create a whole new board from scratch here. He does manage to get some, semblance of board control again, but Tides has a really good hand, has the Ancient of Lore and Force of Nature, so you can either clear here or drop the Ancient of Lore. Another option is just Shredder Hero Power, the 3/1. Looks like that's what he's doing. Save your lore for the draw later and make the stronger move now.
You could even Ancient of Lore to heal up, and I mean, look at your board is pretty good too, right? I mean, I don't see this Shredder going anywhere, so yeah, I feel like you could also use it. Oh, that's a good
this
card,
implosion.
Right?
If it rolls for 4, just 4 again.
Wow,
it just totally changes this game because Tidesoftime doesn't have access to swipe, and he has a Direwolf Alpha in his hand, so it can propagate through the whole board of 1/1s and kill everything, maybe.
Wow, it just keeps on going force. Another way I look at Implosion is like you summon 4 Elven Archers and they all shoot the same target. Right?
Yeah, exactly. It's like summon X amount of Elven Archers, whereas it's like they all shoot the same target.
Oh my god, okay, well then.
So I think Xixo is going to trade off his board first before implosioning because he's out of space. Looks like you can Direwolf here and take out some. You need to trade out, I guess, 4 minions here before you implosion because you can get up to 4.
Ooh, killing the Shredder instead here. And it's gonna be a 2/2. It just dies for free, I guess. And now I guess you can actually implosion the Ancient of Lore after attacking me. Oh, wait, no, he should attack first, right? What if he rolls 4 again?
Wait, but 4 and 3 is the same, anyways.
because you don't get extra imp.
Oh yeah, you don't get the extra dude. Yeah, so you should
Yeah.
attack first.
Definitely attack first. And it's
And,
oh
and oh, the 4 again, and no swipe.
what is
Wow.
this? Oh, this is just so
This is
gross.
the power of implosion combined with Darwolf Alpha. Yeah, it's like the Flame Tongue Totem almost. You know, it's not quite as strong as the Flame Tongue Totem, but then again, Shaman doesn't have implosion, so this effect is so powerful. Implosion plus Darwolf Alpha. And
Well, I mean, Xixo is still definitely very behind, unless he drops like
Xixo is almost looking like he was in a hopeless scenario, and now he definitely got back in the game. Like 3 turns ago or 2 turns ago, before the implosions, it was looking like there's no possible way for him to win, and now it's looking pretty good actually. You know, not great, but still pretty good.
Right. I mean, are you really gonna use Force of Nature to clear 3 1-1s? Nah, that's not happening.
Yeah. Just
Are you gonna use a Force of Nature to clear Harvest Golem?
And then now are the Doom Guards coming out, because Xixo hasn't drawn them yet, and that increased the chance of Doom Guards coming out.
Oh my god!
Our
Through your way to victory!
Okay.
Okay, so what is he thinking now? He's thinking of tapping for like, oh, if only. So unlucky, right?
Because he's in combo range, right? So he wants to think about if he goes all in or kind of plays it safe, right? If he wants to play around combo, he has to clear both, because even if you leave up Keeper, it's still 18 damage to the combo. So he has to think about this very hard. Looking at this, I think it's he can he play around combo? What do you think? Can he kill everything?
He could, but I think he has to start with. Wait, no, he has to clear everything if he plays on combo, right?
Is that even possible?
I don't. No, I guess it is possible if the Shredder actually puts out something bad, right? Like he could use the Harvest Golem on the Shredder and then Imp on the Shredder, and if it pops out something like 0 attack or like 1 health minion, you could have traded.
Wow, so that's weird. He actually just didn't play around combo, but then didn't go face either. Kind of made like a half, like a compromise in a way.
Yeah, just kind of like a middle ground.
But is there a point in killing Keeper? Because was there something where he could have died to? Like, not really. Quite the full combo, but, you know, just like 2 Savage Roars? I'm not sure.
What about a single Savage Roar just now? Like 6 + 6 is 12. And then you have like a swipe and then a hero power or something? Yeah, I guess there is a little bit there. Yeah.
Because Xixo lost 4 damage killing the Keeper, which is a huge amount of damage to lose when your opponent's at 5 life, you know? Wow. I wonder if that's gonna cost him a lot, because now Xixo needs to top deck something again. Doomguard wins the game.
2 damage wins the game. Oh!
Oh!
So, wow, this Doomguard is... Look at that! Look at where it is!
This is 2 games in a row where Xixo just gets Doomguard after a certain amount of turns. Yeah. The chances of it is actually much higher than people think, because once you play your early minions, you increase the amount of, like, you increase your odds of getting Doom Guards later on, you know? So it's like, it's always these like turns like 5 to 10 that all the Doom Guards start coming out. It's kind of crazy.
That's what happens with Zoo. It's just like, it gets kind of crazy. So, I mean, if you were to join a tournament like this, would you play Zoo or would you play Hamlock?
You know, I don't know. I don't know if I can tell you. It's like too much of a secret.
Whoa, okay, I see. Well, maybe you can tell me now, and then, you know.
And that I tell you the opposite.
Okay. But now we know it's the opposite.
Yeah, so I should probably just not say anything. But
yeah,
I mean, that's actually crazy. Like, we see how strong the Implosion plus Darwolf Alpha combo is. You know, because we actually thought that game looked hopeless for Xixo, right? Especially after the Black Knight on the 3/5 taunt. It looked so bad for him. And then all of a sudden, those 2 top decks, 2 Implosions in a row with the Darwolf Alpha and no swipes, just cleared out everything.
But here, look at this. We have the Tides Zombie Child signature opening again. Oh, wait, whoa. Oh, it's going to be a Knife Juggler instead. Wow.
Oh, that's he wants to get 2 pings.
Right.
It kind of makes sense. So it looks like the Knife Juggler is going to be contested by the Haunted Creeper here.
Yep.
And that way...
it's definitely going to be killed, right? I mean, do you really hit a Knife Juggler into a Creeper?
Yeah, because of the pings after, I think.
Okay, so you have like a better chance to
to,
like kill
to
it.
get good pings, right? Because
Exactly.
if you just drop your two one drops, you can get weird pings. Okay, so let's see
Right.
what he gets. It'll be super
Oh,
important if he pings both. Then the juggler
and
survives.
oh
No. Okay.
no, no, that wasn't what
Well,
he wanted to see.
no. Bit unfortunate for Tidesoftime. He actually had a pretty good chance killing both. Not quite 50%, but pretty good. Looks like this juggler is getting taken out, and it's going to be a pretty bloody fight for board control from here on. Wait,
Mm-hmm.
what?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
The juggler's alive.
What just happened? Wait,
I
did he
guess
miss?
he valued the zombie chow more.
Wait,
Because
why?
the zombie chow can kill his minions for free. Wow, and his move pays off too.
Oh wow.
That's pretty
Wow,
crazy.
that is really.
That's
I
pretty
think
advanced. Exactly.
that
It's
is
like
really advanced,
you always like kind of assume that Knife Juggler has taunt, right? But if you look at
right?
how like the minion combat worked out, he had a whole bunch of 1-2s against the zombie chow, which is actually more threatening than 3-1. It's just he dodged the knife basically.
Okay. Well, that is really interesting. I think I learned something there. I mean, it is
Yeah,
Xixo playing Zero, right? I mean, every other
yeah,
Zero, I would have just went like, yeah, you did a mistake.
yeah,
So that
exactly.
I
And we did see it paid off huge because
yeah.
the knife juggler pinged the ping was insignificant, and then the zombie chow would have been able to take out a whole bunch of minions, whereas the knife juggler was a 3-1, just take out one minion. So
Hmm. Well, here, Sixto is going to test for the mirror entity first, and
yeah,
he's gonna decide. He's gonna get the reward for. Yep, you are. It is mirror entity. So
yeah.
now he has Power Woman could kill the Yeti, or he could shut it and click and not really do much. Argus doesn't really do much. So what do you do here?
Um, I think personally, I would. I mean, you can if you Argus, you go face, right? But it
Right.
looks like a spare power overwhelming and shared sun. That way you have 2 3-2s against 1 3-2. I guess not
Oh,
two
you also
three
get the
twos.
spare part, so you might get something like a freeze or something.
Yeah,
Uh,
gets the word on plays. Okay. I guess the flame imp is going to trade off on the other flame imp, and you're going to be left up with 1 3-2.
well, yeah, here you go. I think it's probably gonna be a Lothar turn.
Yeah.
Um, if it just feels so good. But
Yeah.
Sixto, on the other hand, can play a Doomguard into this. Oh. Um.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't play your Dimgar without losing 2 cards. But again, you kind of can think of Whirling Blades as like half. It's not a real card, right? It's kind of like you can't value it like a real
Yeah,
card.
like half a card or something, right?
Exactly. So maybe he's losing like 1.5 cards.
And to be honest, I do like this. I
Wow.
think.
Sylvanas is
Oh.
super important top deck here.
Right.
Kind of forces a big decision by Sixo to either go all
Oh.
in. Oh,
So
the
wait a
implosion.
minute.
If you
You,
implosion, it's gonna steal a 1/1 maybe.
oh, that is actually huge. That is a
3.
counter.
It,
And
it, it might be a counter.
I
Okay,
mean,
so you
this
go
is a
face
counter,
first. You go face first with Dimguard, right?
right? And then do you
So
see
if
the
you
Undertaker
attack,
so it kills whatever Sylvanas steals?
I think. Okay, we'll see what happens.
Okay, so it's
Oh,
not the Undertaker that was stolen. It is the. Oh wow,
oh, it did counter it.
wow!
Nice.
Implosion is doing a lot of work here, huh?
Implosion has been MVP in every single game so far.
Yeah,
This
just roll
card is so
force.
strong.
Just it counters Sylvanas. This is just insane.
Counters Sylvanas even.
All right, so you have to ping the Doomguard here, so that's kind
Yeah.
of what you have to do. Oh, you could Nerubian Egg first, and then actually whiff. Make the Mirror Entity whiff completely.
Wow, really nice play by Sixo because the Zoot might not. I mean, the Mage Zoot doesn't have any way to proc the egg or to
Oh
utilize.
wow!
Wow,
Tidesoftime.
forces the seed as well.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you can tell like the echo here wasn't able to do anything because Sixo maintained a semi even board the whole just didn't let Tide stick any minions for the echo and just constantly
Mhm.
clear the board. So the echo is like a dead card.
Right. So well there you go. Sixo is in the grand finals of the first tournament at the first tournament ever. He was in the grand finals. So he really is looking for a win. We talked to him yesterday and he's pretty hungry for it. So
Yeah,
yeah, I mean sweeping games like that. I mean, even in the
looks
group
so
stages,
strong.
he swept series.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is his
Very
second
dominant.
3-0, and it's actually with a different deck as well. So it tells us that Xixo has multiple decks capable of sweeping his opponents. Really sick.
Right. So yeah, that's the right side of the brackets right now. We are going to be updating the brackets, and when we come back, we'll see what happens with the left brackets with some disconnect issues. We'll keep you updated then. But for now, make sure you stay tuned, and we'll be right back.